Alright guys, this is the vlog that you've been waiting for. First off, I want to show you. Look what I got. That's right. It's time to pack up and head out of here. Oh. This is the Becker vlog, but I just got done with my last final of sophomore year here at Becker College, and let me say, it feels great. You've seen the good of the slideshow in the last video I did, but now it's time to rant and complain pretty much about Becker College and what I hated about it. I got my list here, and I'm about to list to you some of the good things. I still have a few good things to say about this college, and then I'm going to go right into the nitty-gritty and talk to you about what I did not like about Becker College and my experience here. Alright, I'm changing the angle because I've never done a vlog in this room at this angle. As you can see right there, we got my Xbox 360, and a little over this way is my TV, and that's where the nasty roommate sits. But anyway, let's get to the good stuff, and then let's get to the bad stuff. The good stuff. I've lived on two different campuses here at Becker College. I've seen both campuses of the two. I lived for 1 year each of each campus, and Worcester definitely has a beat. Worcester's definitely the best out of the two. I've seen the second biggest city in Massachusetts, which is right here in Worcester, Mass. I've lived the city life. At home in Essex, Massachusetts, I lived the rural life. I don't get to see what the city's like. So actually living for a year in the city, I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, and experienced a lot. I got a chance to see different scenery, see what it's like to live in the city, and it's been interesting. There's some, or one of the most important things I would say is I became dependent on myself. Got to see what it's like to live on my own, make the decisions on my own. Great photo opportunities. I got a lot of photo opportunities in Worcester, definitely. There's an Elm Park that's right down the street that was really great to play Frisbee in. I played in an acoustic session with my friend Hugh. I had a quarter thrown at me, so that even though that's nothing, that still cracks me up and makes me laugh. I saw some great bands here in Worcester. I saw Alkaline Trio, Rise Against, Forever the Sickest Kids, Mercy Mercedes, Never Shout Never, Forever the Sickest Kids, The Cab, and the Rocket Summer, along with a few local bands, View from an Airplane, and Land and Fall. Saw some big bands that I wanted to see, and I'm really glad I got to see those. If I lived at home, I would have had to trek out here, and it probably wouldn't have been likely at all for me to see the bands. So it was great, and I'm glad I got to do that. And the number one, the absolutely number one thing is I met some pretty cool people that have influenced my life. But the biggest and most influential person in my life is Jessica Ladd. I met her at this college. If it's anything that has come out great of this college, it's definitely her. I met her through the Facebook group of Becker College 2012, the class of 2012. And our 2-year anniversary is next month, June 7th, 2010. She's helped me through thick and thin. She's been there in good times and bad times, and I absolutely love her. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that's come out of this college is just dating her and living with her 24/7. We're doing great. We're going our separate ways at different colleges, but we're going to stay strong and we're going to make it through. So those are the good things of Becker College. Why, Ben? Why have you hated Becker College? And to be honest with you, there's a lot of reasons. Numerous complaints about write-ups on the floor. There really wasn't anything here in Worcester that we had to complain about except for someone punching walls, which I knew who did it, and I reported them because there was no way in hell I was going to pay the fine. But mostly Leicester was a lot of the issues. Bad food, I know that's typical of college also, but some of the stuff I ate on Leicester was disgusting, and also in Worcester. There was some good meals here in Worcester, but for the most part it was disgusting. An example of Becker being lazy in terms of maintenance. Here in Worcester, I was coming back from a 3:15 class and it was snowing out. They only shoveled halfway of the sidewalk. The sidewalk was like this, but only half was shoveled. Come on, that's ridiculous. I pay so much money and they can't even shovel. They half-ass everything. Fire alarms, those were a pain. More on Leicester than Worcester. They'd get us up at 3 in the morning. That ice storm we had, they got us up for one of those. Pelting ice, and they made us stand out there for 10 minutes. That's just ridiculous. You could have waited till the day after to do that. The college itself being too expensive, you know, $40,000 a year and what I'm paying to get all of this. It's just unacceptable. No social life, especially on Leicester. Everyone went home, everyone was commuting, everyone had cars. That made me become my best friend with just Jessica. Really no friends, to be honest with you, and that really dampened the whole college experience here at Becker. Nothing to do in Leicester, nowhere to go, we didn't have cars. Professors being a-holes and favoring students. I had a professor on Leicester. Sorry, I got a text message, Dad. Dad's text messaging me right now. Dad will get back to you in a second. But professors would favor these two girls in my literature class back in Leicester. And they got, like, I know it's not a big deal, but they got little notebooks and little presents, and he was clapping, you know, he was a big pain in the neck. Sorry, text message again. It was just ridiculous. I mean, I think every student should be treated fairly, and it definitely wasn't happening here. And there were a couple other cases on Worcester, too, that I won't get into, of me and a couple other students being treated unfairly. I think that everyone should be treated equal. Snobby girls and big shot drunk assholes, everything from the jocks to the bitchy girls. Again, I'm sure you find that on every single college campus, but it was just extreme here. It's ridiculous. Rude people at the Hawk's Nest, which is where we go, a little snack bar. More on Worcester for that. You'd go up and you'd want to order something, and, you know, they'll be like, "Is that all? Is that all you want? What else do you want?" It's like, come on, can you treat me nicely here?